Vaughn. I want to welcome you back to another episode of House Work. In today's episode, you guys, I'm going to do something different that I haven't done before. You guys have seen me do cleaning videos before, but this one is going to be very specific. Today is the next day after my epic Halloween party, you guys, and I was just about to start cleaning up, but I wanted to share with you guys my after party disinfectant routine because it is a whole entire routine. This video is going to give you major cleaning motivation, but it's also going to give you guys a realistic view of the aftermath of having a gathering at your house. So you guys see me with my hat to the back. I am ready. Are y'all ready? All right, let's go. Before we get started, I wanted to show you guys the current state of the house just to kind of take a look and get an overview of each room. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the aftermath of my Halloween party. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will link it for you. So now that everyone's gone, I really need to deep clean and disinfect. This is just totally 100% outside of my level of acceptance. I would never be able to live in my house looking like this. This is 100% not like me, so I am very excited to get started and get everything restored and back to normal. And you guys, this slime prop in my living room, I did not realize it was going to harden. It was a complete disaster, full out nightmare to remove, so definitely stay tuned to see how I got this off. Absolutely never ever doing that again. And this guest bathroom floor on the first floor, you guys, whoa. All right, that's the current state of affairs. Now let's get started. So the next morning, right when we woke up and before Anthony had to leave for work, he helped me get all of the couch cushion covers off so that we can get them into the washing machine. That is one of the things I love about this couch or these couches is that I can remove the covers and wash them. All right, face mask and gloves for the kitchen. I'm going to be using quite a bit of bleach. And I'm starting on the kitchen because it's kind of the heart of the house. You know, you guys probably can relate to that. But also it was the dirtiest. And I just feel like I didn't want to track any germs or dirt into other areas of the house. So I definitely wanted to start here. And honestly, even the kitchen, as high trafficked as it wasn't as nasty as it could have been because my friends did help me quite a bit with getting everything shut down from the end of the party. A lot of people helped me throw away like food and garbage and things like that. I did not, of course, ask anyone to help me disinfect because honestly, if I went to someone's party and they asked me to help them disinfect, I would think they were being kind of rude and I would think that was totally inappropriate. So I would never ask anyone to do that. So that's, you know, definitely my job as the host, but they did help me break everything down. I'm going to start by getting all of the chairs out of this room because once I start cleaning all these surfaces, a lot of stuff is going to be falling to the floor. So I want to just get these out of the way first, and then I'm going to come back in and start my surfaces. And as you guys can see, the all-purpose cleaner that I'm using is one that contains bleach, so I'm not using concentrated bleach. Now this table did have a tablecloth on it, so I doubt anyone really touched it, but I am still disinfecting it because this is where my daughter likes to have all of her meals, so I just want to be extra sure. But let me just say, you know, cleaning a glass table with bleach, you're gonna have some real ugly, you know, kind of residue afterwards. So I definitely want to let this dry and then I'm gonna come back later on and clean it with a glass cleaner. Were so many dirty dishes, you guys, really bulky pots and pans and serving dishes and platters and things. So I'm putting what I can in the dishwasher and then the rest of it I'm going to wash by hand. The good news is that there were barely any cups. I only had the 3, you know, Halloween glasses there because we used plastic for everything. So all that stuff got thrown out. While my dishwater is filling up, it's gonna take a while because it's a really big sink. I'm gonna go ahead and start on a little bit more surface cleaning on the counters, and then I'm gonna clean the stove. Because girl, I have no time to waste. I'm trying to move as fast as I can to get as much done before Ann gets home from therapy. Because once that happens, she's gonna be a little bit in the way, and it's gonna be kind of tough keeping her busy elsewhere so I can do this. So I'm trying to get as much done as possible. All right, all the dishes and platters are done. I'm really excited about that. I'm just gonna do one more wipe down of everything just with a plain wet towel, no bleach or product on it, and then we're gonna move on. I'm going to use some disinfectant wipes just to hit some of these spots on these chairs. And you guys, I always use Scotch Guard on my chair fabric, so everything wipes off really easily. I'm focusing my efforts on the seat part and the backs, basically anywhere I see like handprints and food spots. And it's not as though house guests are being rude, you know, mistakes happen. So if you make the choice to host, you have to be prepared for that. And as the final step, I'm gonna spray every chair down with a healthy amount of disinfectant spray. This one I'm using is by 7th Generation, and it doesn't smell all that great, but it works really well and it does not leave any kind of residue. All right, I got my little storage bins ready. Now it's time to start collecting all of my Halloween decor. And as you guys saw, there's a lot of stuff I need to store away, but believe it or not, everything fit in these 3 storage bins. So I was really excited about that. And I actually have a video coming up soon showing you all how I store all of my seasonal decor out in my garage. So that one's coming very soon. As I'm clearing this table, as you guys can see, there are so many of these Rice Krispie treats that I made left over. Girl, nobody wanted these. I was taking down those little fake boards that I got from Walmart, there was some adhesive that they came with on the back. Now, those were kind of rough to get off, and I actually didn't feel myself removing all of them because it would have taken so long on the camera. But it didn't cause any damage, so everything was fine there, but it just took a while to come off. But yeah, in case anyone was curious, I am not keeping any of these spider webs. Those are going directly in the trash, but I am keeping all of my creepy cloth for use again for next year. And for next year, I probably will not use the little beware dripping blood effect on the mirror just because it really didn't stay all that great. My daughter kept on messing with it, but just overall, it didn't have that much staying power, so it kind of wasn't worth it. Okay, so the slime on this table. Okay, here's the deal. This turned out to be very much so an investigative process. I had to discover that wetting this stuff will kind of activate it and make it back a little bit slimy so that I could remove it. So I sprayed a whole bunch of all-purpose cleaner on it, and then once it got nice and soggy, I was able to kind of scrape it off. But y'all, this took me like 15 or 20 minutes. I will never use this slime on my table again. I guess I'm just glad it was a glass table and not like my marble table in my family room, because glass gave it the best chance of coming off flawlessly. But yeah, never again either way. As I'm taking all these 3M strips down, I just want to point out that you have to remove them according to the instructions. Make sure you are familiar with the instructions because you will damage your walls if you do not. 3M makes a very superior adhesive, almost to a fault, and you just really want to be careful with it. Bat silhouettes were among my favorite decorative items for my Halloween party. However, they were really tedious to put up, and they were even more tedious to bring down because the adhesive that it came with was very strong and it needed to be removed very slowly and very carefully. Would I use them again next year though? Yes. My floors are a lot dirtier than usual because of the foot traffic and the fact that there was a Halloween party going on and people had very elaborate costumes with all kinds of props and all kinds of things hanging off of them. I had a friend who came as Beetlejuice and she had all this moss glued to her face and that stuff was falling all over the place. Girl, I'm still finding moss in my house, okay? So floors were a lot dirtier than usual, but we're getting it clean right now. Okay, so now we're moving on to that first floor bathroom. I'm just going to empty the trash, put on my gloves, honey, and we're going to address a few things first before we get started. I'm using some antibacterial wipes to clean out this garbage can, but also I'm going to use different wipes to clean off all of the surfaces that have been used by hand. So I always like to hit the doorknobs and that door jamb area right there, and the light switches. Once I do that, my anxiety levels decrease by like 75%. So then I can go ahead and clean everything else with bleach. Now moving on to the toilet. Okay, so one of my kind subscribers gave me the idea to switch up my glove for the toilet, and it's a great idea. I hadn't thought of it before. I'm using a disposable glove today just to clean everything with that one hand, and then when I'm all done, I'm going to use some disposable paper towels to wipe everything down, starting from the top, making my way down, and then going on the inside, and then rolling that up in that glove and throwing the whole bundle away. Got some scalding hot water ready to go. Gonna use my old cedar mop and mop bucket to go ahead and start on these floors. And this mop does come with machine washable mop head refills, so I do switch this one out before I move into any other area of the house after I mop in the bathroom. For my cleaning solution, I'm just using about a cap full of the Murphy's Oil soap because I really like how it finishes the floors, makes it smell nice, feel nice, and it really gets everything clean. And I didn't film myself doing this, but I actually got down on my knees, girl, and used some of those antibacterial wipes to wipe around the toilet before I started mopping. Because, you know, it's just some stuff the mop just can't get. It doesn't get down and dirty enough, so sometimes you really have to just get on your hands and knees and wipe stuff. And then with a fresh new bucket of scalding hot water and soap, I'm going to move into the kitchen, and I'm just going to mop that whole area, and then I'm going to work my way around to the living room. But first, I wanted to really get this glass table clean, so I went ahead with my glass cleaner and wiped all that bleach residue off so that I won't forget to do it later. And of course, by this time, Anthony and Ann are both home, so we're having some fun times in the kitchen while we clean, but it's all good, honey, because I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I will be done very soon, so I am excited. Y'all see Ann over there doing somersaults in the family room? She's so funny. Brought the fan out because I need this floor to dry quickly, especially with Ann running around now. So as you guys can see, it's just about dry and it's looking so good. Now back into the kitchen. All right, it's time to hand dry all of these platters and put them away into the cabinets, and then I will be done in this kitchen, you guys. This is the final step. We waited till the next morning for this part, but Anthony's grandmother was so kind as to let us borrow her Hoover carpet cleaner for the family room. So my husband actually used it to clean all of the carpet, including the rug. It got really clean. We were very happy with it. I went ahead and put the fan in there just to let it dry a lot faster, and it was dry in about 2 hours. So just in case there were drinks that got spilled and germs that we can't see, at least we know that it is clean. So I'm just opening all the windows, letting some fresh air come through, and then just fluffing all of the cushions and lighting my candles. Okay, so here is a quick tour of everything we cleaned today. I'm really excited, you guys. You just don't know the feeling. Well, I'm sure you guys do know the feeling, okay, of a freshly cleaned house. Smells so nice. I didn't show you guys me putting all the fall decor back out because I already have a video on me decorating for fall, so I will link that one if you haven't seen it. But I just wanted to show you guys what everything looked like in the end after all that hard work. And yes, I said hard work. You guys saw that with your own 2 eyes, but you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything. I had an absolute blast for my Halloween party, and I'll probably do it every year. It was totally worth it. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy my freshly cleaned house. Okay, just had a fresh shower. So now I'm going to just kick my feet up and relax with a glass of red wine. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.